Hello everyone. At this video, I'm going to tell you about the dangers of deception. But before that, let me introduce to you myself. My name is Adeline F. Libas from BSM Arswa. So, what is deception? First, we must know what is deception. Then I have a pointer here, a presentation. Then try to look at it. Then, according to Google, as what I have searched in Google or and dictionary, deception means the act of causing someone to accept as fact or true or valid what is false or invalid. Just like um, telling someone about the thing that is really not the reality, or telling some story about those fantasy, then you're going to make them trust you or believe what you're talking about. Then that is deception. Then also, deception is deceiving someone or make someone else believe your false thoughts or what you're talking about, what's your idea, or anything that comes into your mouth just to tell them that is deceiving someone, just to let them trust you or believe what you're saying, even it is not unbelievable. So let's proceed into the next slide. So at this slide, deceiving, it talks about deceiving being good at some reason or at some situation. Maybe this kind of situation is talking about deceiving someone to trust you, just to make them happy or not feel hurt. Just like what's the example? As example of this, um, a boy, a little boy who her. So let's proceed to the next slide. At this slide, it talks about deceiving may good at some reason or at some situation. So at this kind of situation, maybe it talks about that you deceive someone or you deceive someone to trust you, to believe you, just to make them happy or um, not to be hurt. So at that kind of situation or at that kind of reason, you can say that deceiving someone is really good at some reason. But in the other hand, it is also dangerous because someone who trusts you, who wanted to trust you, or someone else trusts you before, then they're going to know that you are just deceiving them. Then they're not going to trust you again. Maybe at that kind of situation, it is very dangerous, and what we call it may lead you to some trouble. So maybe that is the best example for deceiving someone, that can make deceiving someone is very dangerous, especially when they know or they got the real thing, which is you didn't tell them because you're deceiving them. Then next slide. In this slide, if you're going to deceive someone, you must know or you must be ready of what is the possible to happen next, especially when you're deceiving for a big you really know that if they're going to know the truth or the reality, they're going to get angry on you. So first is you're going to lose someone who trusts you. Yes, it is the first thing to happen, because if they're going to find out what's the reality between what you're telling or what you're talking about is the false or invalid thing that you did tell them, and maybe they got hurt, then they're going to think about they won't trust you again, maybe. Then next is it breaks a bond of trust that you share for a long period of time. Yes, if someone, especially with your friends, if you're going to deceive them without thinking about what's going to happen, then maybe the trust between among you two or even a lot of your friends, then you deceive them, then they're not going to trust you again, even if you're always telling the truth, but it's too late to tell the truth because they got the reality with themselves. Then next is they're going to have trust issue. This is the possible to happen also because if someone deceive you, especially about boy and girl in a relationship, then one of them deceive, then they that that person got hurt because he was deceived or she was deceived by her partner or his partner. Then if someone or another person going to be want to be in a relationship with him, then they're not going to be like before. They're not going to trust anymore because they have a trust issue because of someone deceived them at lately, or since someone deceives them first. Then next is no one would ever trust you again. So this is possibly happen next if you're going to deceive someone. Then what if you deceive your a person who trusts you, you really trust you for a long period of time or of a long time, then you just deceive him or her because of some reason that you want to be more higher than her, higher than them, that kind of situation or reason. Then what if he or she is going to say or talking about you from other person, then sharing about who really you, then they're going to tell that you are a deceiver, you must not be trusted by someone else. Then at that kind of situation, maybe for those person or those people who got that kind of um, sayings, then they're not going to trust you anymore until all persons around you know about that kind of problem, then no one would ever trust you again. Then next slide is the dangers. This is the most or best best thing that we need to know about the dangers of deception. So first is we know that people have different desires in life, but one or two of those desires are to know the truth and be the truth. Yes, I can admit that I also want to know the truth than those false things or invalid things, because truth is very important. No matter what happened, truth will be the most and very important thing, because it's the reality. It will happen or it happens. Then mm, the second danger is no one like to be deceived. So try to look, um, try to imagine if you have or you are deceived by someone else. Like for example, your friend deceive you. Then then you found out the reality or the truth among those false things that they said. So you're going to feel like hurt because they or he deceived you without any valid reason. That's kind of so heroic or something like that's a bad thing to do. So really no one would ever like to be deceived by someone else. So do not deceive anyone else, because the truth must be explained to everyone. Then next is your relation to that person remain, but the trust won't be. Yes, this kind of says praise is for friends or friendship. Yes, um, your friend and you will still friend, but what about your trust for both of you? It won't. It's already done, because if you did deceived him, then maybe they will think that they won't ever trust you or believe you again because of those things that you did to them. Then that will happen. Next is the last is revenge possibly happen. Yes, like for example, you deceive your friends. Again, friends. Example is friends. You deceive your friends about those things, not fact. or those false things. Just tell them the false things without letting them know the reality. Then, once they find out the truth, they're going to be hurt and won't trust you anymore. Then, it possibly happened that if they got an information about you, then it's really a bad information, or like something and not good, then they're going just to keep or sell you. They're going to tell you so it's false again or invalid thing that they heard about you. Then you're just chilling up, just like nothing's happened without knowing the reality. Then that's why deceiving is very dangerous. It could lead you to trouble. Then someone would going to revenge you, also deceiving you. Then next is my conclusion. So about my conclusion, maybe if you're planning or you're thinking about deceiving someone, even you're planning to deceive your parents, friends, siblings, or any people surrounds you, try to think about what will happen next. What is the possible things to happen to you if you're going to do that kind of deceiving? So the only thing I can say is if there's try to do those best thing to everyone by telling the reality or the truth, and get their trust on you, because it really feels like heaven or something, like feels good when everybody or someone trusts you. So please do not let um, deceiving, or do not let your emotion or your thoughts to deceive someone in that kind of situation. If you don't want to be not trust anyone, so uh, try to always say the reality, the truth, to become a good influence or to model to everyone. So if someone will going to looking at you or basing on you, then you are a good model or influence to them to become honest, and to become not a deceiver but an honest guy. So that's all. Once again, my name is Adeline F. Libas from BSMRS1. And thank you. Bye.